Next is from Blood Sugar Baby. Subject is Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Glad you're feeling well again, Konnan. Last week's show was incredible. I'm writing this on February 28th, so I have no idea what happened on Raw between Lashley and Miz, although it really seems like Lashley's getting the title soon. My question for K100 is Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre really a stadium show headline-worthy main event? I'm a fan of both of them wrestling again. While likely another great match, it's not exactly something I'd risk going out into crowds to see. What I'd love to see, and honestly we'll try to get a ticket for Mania if it happens, is Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Konnan and Disco, with your insider contacts, have you heard anything at all about Lesnar being under contract to WWE? Do you think we might get this must-wanted match at WrestleMania instead? And a final tag on, how would you book it? I don't know. We don't know about this. We were actually going to talk about getting Billy Body on here next week to talk about some of this back inside stuff on what's going on with the road to WrestleMania, because we're just assuming based on what we're watching, just like everybody else, what's going on. I'm surprised that Brock Lesnar is out of the picture right now. Yeah. And this guy is right. I think Lashley versus Brock Lesnar would be a better match.
We've all been hoping for that for the last 3-4 years. Whenever Lashley came back, that they would eventually go that route. I don't know, because Bobby had some rough years where they had him with Rusev and all this goofy shit, that Lashley versus Drew is technically a big stadium main event. But who on the roster right now is a stadium main event?
Right, exactly.
Reigns and Edge.
They don't have stars. So you don't have the stars that can draw for WrestleMania. So you have to bring back guys.
Because I was thinking to myself, what happens if one day, let's just say, somebody that can talk, that has charisma, that has a large following, shows up in WWE like a McGregor or a Masvidal, right? And you do something. But the way I've seen them use Bad Bunny, and I don't care if he did wear the belt on Saturday Night Live, he's done absolutely nothing for Damian Priest. He means absolutely nothing, especially after what they did on Raw. What the build-up to Shaq, which to me is very uninspiring and nothing I'm really looking forward to right now. Let's see if they fix that.
Bro, we're looking forward to the match for the wrong reasons, because we want to see how bad it's going to be.
Yeah,
right.
You know?
But so I don't know if in the future they can get really high, good talkers like Masvidal or McGregor to go in there and shake it up and do something really cool because people know there's a legitimacy. I don't know.
I'd love to see Lesnar back for that match though, but I think if you're gonna put the Rocket on Drew like they have, you can't just snatch him out of a main event because Brock's back. You have to have Drew going for a belt or whatever, since he's the guy they pushed. It's funny you mentioned McGregor. There was a interaction with McGregor and Finn Balor on Twitter and Triple H and all that. So that would be interesting. That would be. I mean, Finn's 175 pounds himself. That'd be. If they put those two guys in the ring in like a stadium in Ireland, it'd be tremendous. So hopefully they've been talking to Connor. They can get him to do something. That would be great.
They're talking to Elon Musk.
Oh, wow.
To what, have a match on Mars?
Maybe talking about getting dibs on the first Federation. He wants the rights Federation. Right, yeah, he wants the rights to run on Mars, right? So,
and Masvidal says that he's going to fight Usman later this year, but Dana White has yet to confirm it. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah, I saw that. Colby's getting screwed out of all this, by the way. So
he's number one contender, man. He's the number one contender.
Bro, did you listen to Usman on Joe Rogan?
No.
So it was really good, bro. There's a good 9-minute clip where they're talking about Colby. And Usman is excellent on these shows. You know how like Daniel Cormier's excellent on these shows, and Usman's excellent on these shows. All these guys are very. Connor is excellent in post-fight, like very detailed, very like stuff. But he was saying he's like, man, there's just so many guys that want to kick Colby's ass, but I don't know if they can. He just said the way Colby, he can just see like it's even Usman said this. Usman said it's clear that the two of them are at the top of this division, and they could see like even Rogan was, you can see this guy fighting this guy like 2-3 times. Maybe he's like, maybe, he got absolutely, because he's that good. He give him class.
Let me tell you, as you know, I met him before he blew up.
Colby.
Because Lambert used to bring him to TNA when they were doing that angle with Lashley. And he's a real, real cool dude. I like Colby a lot.
He thanked you. Actually, like I said, I put out Rehash with his interview, and he thanked you on there for kind of smarting him up and stuff. I always thought when I hear him say certain things or catchphrases, I'm always like, is Konnan sending him some tips or whatever? But they should have Colby and Masvidal first, and then the winner of that would fight Usman, because they have a built-in story. Those guys were on the same team. Those guys were roommates, Colby and Masvidal. So
it's an obvious fight.
I hope they do it. Yeah,
I don't think it's going to happen.
Masvidal does not want to fight him. It looks like, bro. The stories are very clear. Colby used to eat him alive, like in training. And so it's like, if him trying to say it didn't, is that you hear millions of stories of people saying that's how it went down. There's video of it too. So it's like, I think he's scared of. He doesn't want to get beat by that guy. Right. That's the thing, guys. They want to kick his ass, but they're scared to lose to him.
Right.
That's why he can't get any fights. Like, that's a great. Think about his character right now. It's like he's a great heel. It's like nobody wants. I'm talking all this shit, and I can't get a fight. Like, these guys are pussies, which is like, so that's like he's in a great spot right now.
Did you see him go after LeBron James?
Oh, he always goes after LeBron James.
Yeah. Chinese finger puppet.
Yeah.